I visited the actual location to see how the scene, one of my favorite 100 famous views of Edo, painted by Hiroshige Ando, looks today. 116, Sugataminohashi Bridge, Omokagenohashi Bridge, and Jariba at Takata, is a painting looking roughly north from the current Omokagebashi Station on the Toei Arakawa Line. See its location on the wide area map. It is located between Ikebukuro and Shinjuku, around the east side of Takata Station. It is surrounded by a red dotted line. Next, please see a slightly enlarged map. The Toden Arakawa Line runs south along Meiji-dori from the north, crosses the Kanda River, and turns east on Shin-Mejiro-dori, at the end of which is Omokagebashi Station. Hiroshige seems to have painted the view looking north from about this Omokagebashi Station. The viewpoint is represented by the red gradation. Let me cover this with a map from Jiko Map. There is still no Shin-Mejiro Street, but there is a road running north-south on the Omokagebashi Bridge, and going north, there is Nanzoin Temple and Hikawa-jinja Shrine, and after passing there, it becomes a steep slope called Shukyuzuka, which crosses the present Mejiro Street. This is represented by the blue line. Meiji-dori is a ridge road that runs through the Mejiro Plateau and was called Kyoto-michi at that time. Going west, it passed through Ikoda and Yahara, and reached Kyoto's. It was an old road that ran almost halfway between today's Kago-Kado and Omokado. I have enlarged the modern map more and dropped in some elements. First of all, the Nanzoin site was much larger than it is today, and a moat for rice paddies ran through it. The small bridge over it is the Bridge of the Figure. It was called Sugataminohashi because the pond into which the water was actually drawn was located right beside it, and when you looked into it, you could see your reflection as if it were a mirror. Crossing the Sugatami Bridge and going straight north on this blue line of the Shukyuzuka slope, you will come across Kishimajin in Zashigeya. This deity is famous for easy childbirth and child rearing. Further on, the road joins Nakazendo, and one could continue on Kago-Kado. It is still a narrow road, but it was one of the old Kamakura-Kado roads. The reason, but there were many very steep slopes. Starting with the Shukyuzuka slope behind Nanzoin Temple, there are Inarizuka and Abusezuka, which are still famous as some of the steepest slopes in Tokyo. Nozoki Slope, which was newly built parallel to the Toden Arakawa Line, is so steep that whenever it snows in Tokyo, the staff who cover the event always come to the area. Let's take a closer look at Hiroshige's painting. The bridge over the Kanda River in the foremost foreground is the Omokagebashi Bridge. The yellowish area beyond that is rice paddies, and the lowlands along the Kanda River were mainly used for rice paddies. The moat for this is the small river seen beyond. Hiroshige painted this picture with reference to Edo Mishozu by Hasegawa Seton, but the bridge, the moat, and the Hikawa shrine are in the opposite positions. Furthermore, it seems that he could not determine which bridge is the title, Omokagenohashi or Sugataminohashi. Looking at the Sugatami Bridge section of Edo Mishozu, it seems that the large bridge in the left foreground over the Kanda River is Omokagenohashi and the bridge on the far right in the neighborhood of Nanzoin is Sugataminohashi. The Hikawa mentioned here is the Hikawa shrine located in Shimoichi on the upper reaches of the Kanda River. In Hiroshige's painting, the path is quite winding from the Omokagebashi Bridge, but in reality it is a very gently winding path. Also, looking at the difference in size between the people crossing the Omokagebashi Bridge and those around the Sugataminohashi Bridge at the back, one might think that the distance is quite long, but in reality, the distance is only about 200 meters. I actually went here. This is the view from a little behind Hiroshige's point of view. You can't see very far at all. This is the view from the front of the Omokagebashi Bridge. The road curves a little to the left, so you cannot see all the way to the end. This is the Hikawa-jinja shrine that appears on the left as you go ahead. It was founded around 860 during the Heian period and was first called Yamabuki no Sato Hikawagu Shrine. This is the main entrance to Nanzoin, located across from Hikawa Jinja Shrine. The main deity is Yakushi Nyorai, said to have been founded in the Muromachi period and brought to this area by the Oshu Fujiwara clan. A monument to Yamabuki no Sato stands in front of an apartment building just to the right of the Omokagebashi Bridge. The area from Yamabuki-cho to Omokagebashi Bridge in Shinjuku-ku near Omokagebashi Station is commonly known as Yamabuki no Sato. The name Yamabuki no Sato comes from a legend that when Oda Dakan was out hawking and encountered rain, he asked a young farmer's daughter for a straw raincoat, and was offered a branch of Yamabuki. Oda Dakan was later told that the name Mino was a pun on the words Mino and Mino from an old waka poem. Nani yae hana hasakadamo Yamabuki no Mino hidatsudani nakizo kanashiki is mean though flowers bloom in layers of 7, yet not a single one of them bears a fruit, which is sad. Hearing this, Dakan was ashamed of his illiteracy and devoted himself to waka poems, and since then, he has been known as one of the 6 poets of the samurai class. However, the location of this Yamabuki no Sato is not certain, as there are other theories that place it in Meiji-dori, Arakawa-ku, Matsuyama, Kanazawa-ku, Yokohama City, and Agos-cho, Saitama Prefecture. I actually tried to fit the current picture into Hiroshige's painting, but it turned out to be just a picture of a bridge and a building. I wonder why Hiroshige chose such a place, which he had never even been to, as a famous landmark. Currently, the Kanda River in this area is protected by a concrete embankment. However, in spring, many cherry trees bloom from both banks of the river, covering the area with their blossoms. The tunnel of cherry blossoms is nothing short of magnificent. This is a view of the cherry blossoms along the Kanda River looking downstream from the Omokagebashi Bridge. The Toei Arakawa Line, renamed the Tokyo Sakura Tram, also makes a great picture when it runs around the Omokagebashi Bridge, combined with the cherry blossoms. This may be the best sightseeing spot involving the Omokagebashi Bridge, now that it is not a Yamabuki, a bridge, a temple, or a gravel pit.